why the big build up
Yeah.
for a fight that didn't happen. This can be its own little video. I'm not the kind of person who writes a Hamlet ending. If the fight had happened, it would have ended with 90% of the combatants, Colin and Volturi alike, destroyed. There was simply no other outcome once the fight got started, given the abilities and numbers of the opposing sides. Okay. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I would never finish Bella's story on such a downer. That is her own personal whatever. I personally think that the book would have been much better off had people died.
Well, not like...
It
I don't
doesn't have
think
to be
90%
Edward and Bella that died. But
yeah, and it doesn't have to be 90%.
Than
Yeah,
Irina.
there should have. My mom, she was reading the whole thing, and I already read it. She was like, somebody's got to die. Somebody's got to die.
Somebody has to die, and it's just...
She knew since Twilight that somebody needed to die.
Somebody
like,
important needed to die because they didn't do anything to gain their happy ending. They did.
Yeah.
How did they earn it? How did they earn it?
They
Aside
didn't
from
earn
being
it from, like,
incredibly
except, like,
lucky.
enduring.
Yeah, all they
and
did, they
being,
stuck
like,
through, like, almost having to fight the Volturi, but they didn't fight for it. They physically did not fight for it.
And they didn't,
and
like...
they were just ridiculously lucky. That's the only way that they even got themselves out of that situation, by being
like,
really
some
lucky
verbal,
and by having Alice
verbal
be
prowess.
an actual character for a couple chapters.
Yeah.
But they didn't. Their happy ending, happily ever after the last chapter. Though I was happy that it ended that way because who doesn't want the story to be happy?
Exactly.
There was no substance. It wasn't like you could feel really happy for the characters.
Because,
to go,
like, what?
You fought, and you lost some important people, but
yeah,
you got through it, and now you are going to make
like,
do
wow,
with what you have and be
you
happy
got
with
together, you got married,
got
had a kid.
everything you wanted, and more than you even thought you wanted.
Yeah.
And lost nothing. Well, they lost
Yeah.
Irina. Obviously, none of them were too upset by it.
They're like, oh, Irina, Ishmina.
I mean, the sisters were upset. Bella was pissed that she died because it didn't make the day perfect.
Yeah, she's like...
She could give two shits less about Irina.
Yeah.
She doesn't care about her. Ugh.
But you know what? And I think they could have had a battle and not have 90% of the... of everybody die.
They could have...
They could have, like, had them, like, you know, enduring, having this battle, and then,
smaller
like...
confrontation.
Or, yeah.
Where, and one of the three Volturi is killed, and so they back off.
You
like,
know?
Caius, who is the main instigator in all this, have him die, and then they kind of back off. I don't know how she would have written herself out of a big fight like that, but she could have found a way, because she clearly found a way to do all this other stuff.
Yeah, to
and she
make
had
this
all this
build
time, since she's
up
been
to-
writing this since Twilight. Like, she could have figured it out.
She really could have.
There definitely was a better way to
She
end
could have
this.
made it work, like Tim Gunn says.
Tim says to make it work.
Make it work.
And
make
you know
it
what?
work.
They make it work, they're out.
Oh, the outs.
And
one day you're
Stephanie-
in,
and
one
the
day you're
next
out. So
and Stephanie, if this were Project Runway,
you
she
would
would
be
be
out.
out.
Auf Wiedersehen.
yes,
Auf Wiedersehen.
however you
or
pronounce
whatever.
it.
I don't even know how to say it.